Your life, your wahala, your breakthrough, idea. Welcome to the chat room.
This no be ordinary place. Now a solution they show face. Lady Mary they lead the way. With guess where go blow your brain. Talk your matter make we solve 'em. No judgment, just love and wisdom. We dey discuss, we dey learn. Every episode you gon' feel the burn. The chat room. Now here we define the way. The chat room.
Oh yes.
We go talk and clear, no delay. No delay. It's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. The chat room. We unstoppable, no be lie. You. Unstoppable, no be lie. You.
Welcome everybody. Welcome back.
Where did we go?
We are right here. Can you see us? I say, where did we go? We went on break. Quick commercial break. Good evening, everybody. My name is Lady Mary Bordu, and tonight we are back again in the chat room, a platform dedicated to resolving daily life issues, a place where we keep it real, discussions ongoing, talking about your problem, my problem, and way to solve these issues. Tonight, I have with me my co-host Anaya and brother Nana Jibi Demogo in our midst. We're talking about being 40 and single. And so we're going to see, what do men really want at the age of 40, at their desires, expectations. Is it different from when they are, in the 20s and things like that? So that's the conversation tonight. We would like to encourage you to invite your family, friends, and tell them to come right here in the chat room. You're always welcome to leave in your comment under the live session. We are also live on Gold Legacy Radio, live in Virginia, and then we are on Gold Legacy Empire on YouTube. So feel free to leave your comments with all of your questions, and we will be glad to answer them for you. If you want to send a text message or WhatsApp message with your comment, please do so by 614-706 2366 614-706-2366. And as always, you are welcome aboard. Nanaya, please introduce yourself. Tell us your handles, what you're into, and let's keep the ball rolling.
Hello, everyone. This is Nanaya Sarpong. You can find me on IG as well as Facebook under my business, Nanaya. Shop.obianana. Shop.obianana. Obianana is written down here. Shop.obianana, and my website is obianana.com. I am the founder of Obianana, which is an African print-inspired fashion line. I am also a mother and a wife, and of course, an entrepreneur. Thank you all for tuning in and being here this evening.
Thank you so much, Nana. Nana JB, please go ahead.
Please, Nana, I didn't know.
Menoi Bibi.
So we got entrepreneur. I'm just
Oh,
playing.
me can watch ne buffruit. You know, if you want some good watch or some buffruit, hit me up.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So, guys, my name is Nana JB. I go by the name JB the Mogul. I'm into real estate. Also, run a page on TikTok called Women's Affairs, and also save Single Mothers Haven, where I advocate for women. And yeah, and I also give advice to people who need advice regarding relationships. So if you ever need any advice in that area, you can contact me. Yeah, so that's basically what I do. When here assassins so ever Ghana, you need a land in Ghana, please let me know.
D Mogul, he's into everything.
I do everything.
Nana,
This
what's the
is just a
social
short
media
list of
handle?
what I do. What's up?
What's the social media handle?
Oh, so JB Demogo. So the JB is JEBI space DE space then mogul, like entertainment mogul or business mogul. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight, we are looking at what men want. So, Nana JB, at the age of
What?
40, at the age of 40, um,
Mhm.
last time when whilst we're having this conversation, anyway, the social media links has been sent out, so we can feel free to share them right now. The last time we had a conversation, we said that at a point in a man's life or in a woman's life, your desires, your expectations, your goals and things differs from when you're like 20. Okay, in terms
Yeah.
of looking for a woman or a man to be in a relationship with. So tonight, my first question is, why would anybody be 40 and still be single? I say this because, hey, Nana, the way you're rolling your eyes and looking up in this, why would anybody be 40 and still be single?
How old are we supposed to get married?
There's no age limit. But I want to know, it's I mean, it's should I say it's a
It's not the
rhetorical
norm, huh?
question? Right.
For a 40-year-old to be single. So what was the question again? Why would somebody be 40 and still be single?
Yes.
All right. So everyone has their reason, but I can only speak for myself.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on how. So basically, before one can go into marriage, right, they need to be um, self-sufficient and prepare themselves mentally to bring another person on board to start to embark on this, journey called marriage. Yeah. Um, until a man is self-sufficient, and because in our society, what makes a man is what's in his pocket, right?
Mm,
So when a man is not ready financially to take care of a family, it is very difficult for him to say that I'm settling.
mm,
Now, because of how society is designed, many people are forced or are pressured to go into marriages, even though they cannot afford it. I've heard it so many times that there's blessings in marriage. It's in the Bible, which I believe. I'm a Christian, but I've also seen a lot of people who are married and are suffering. I've seen married men step out of their marriage just to go have an affair to bring food to the table. I've seen the women also do it. So I believe that as a man, you should prepare yourself. I have this thing. If my wife cheats on me because I'm not able to perform in bed, I will thank the man who satisfied her. But if a man, if a woman, if a woman, if my wife cheats on me because I'm not able to satisfy her, I will thank the man who did the job. But if she cheats on me because I cannot put food on the table, now that one really hurt me. So with me, yeah, you're not following, right? So
I'm
remember,
following. I just can't
yeah,
believe
remember I said,
that's what you're saying, but I'm following.
yeah. So basically, I feel like you should never put yourself in that predicament where you put another woman or another human being in a position where you are supposed to be there to take care of the family. You are the head. So if you're not self-sufficient yourself, if you are not ready to embark on that road, financially ready, mentally ready, and to be honest, if you are not financially ready, mentally, you will not be there because there's going to be so much pressure even after having kids. So a man who is in his 40s, then for me, I think working on becoming independent and being self-sufficient, I believe that has delayed me, right, in getting married. Now, after it takes so long to get married, you get used to being by yourself. You get used to not being accountable to someone. So now you are so used to being by yourself and not answering to anyone that after 40, if you don't take care, it will be very difficult for you to want to get married. Because by 40, I'm sure by that time, maybe you already have a child or you probably have children. You get me? So now you be like, okay, if I have children, then why do I why do I have to get married? Right? But then it was sinking. You'd be like, okay, when I'm in my old age, I probably need someone who's gonna be there to help me out. You
Mm-hmm.
know? And to be honest, women, that's not why you get married. But most men actually get married for a couple of things. A woman who's going to, build a home for them and someone to be there when he's old and can't take care of himself. Yeah. So me personally, that is my reason. At the age of 40, if you that means the person was goal driven, chasing his dreams and making sure that he's self-sufficient. So I am 41 now. It's taking me this long because, like I said, I wanted to make sure that I can take care of my
Right.
family and also your dreams, depending on some people prioritize their dreams or their goals, what they are trying to achieve
Mm.
above. Because to be honest, um, there are some things that a man want to do that if you are bringing a woman on board, maybe the parents will probably be like, oh, this guy is not serious. Why do you want to follow a footballer? What if the career doesn't pan out? So there are some roads that when men are on, they know that there are very few women who would understand that path and they are willing to stick around, even though it would take a long time for maybe the dream to materialize. So some men will choose, okay, let me pursue my music career or let me pursue my football career before I even think about getting married. Yeah. So that's what I can say about that.
Yeah. So at the age of 40,
Hmm.
as a man,
Hmm.
or even taking the 40 out, what do men really want?
At that
Because
age,
yeah, what are men really looking for at that age? Because I feel like Nana, you're coming again. You muted yourself. Oh,
No, somebody
okay,
was saying hello to me, so I muted myself to respond.
okay, that's fine. That's fine. Because
all
at
right.
that age, no, at that age, Nana, many people would think or would say that um, at the age of 40, maybe you've gone through, one or two relationship, maybe three, and
Yeah.
not you per se, like I'm just making a general statement. And
Hmm.
maybe Nanaya, to you two, at the age of maybe 30, a young woman, maybe you've dated a couple of people, but to ask the man the question at the age of 40, what is a man really looking for? I mean, at that point, have you not seen enough women, to where you could have made a choice, you know, back then? What are they really looking
What's
for?
the holdback?
What's the hold back?
That's what you
Not you per se, Nana. Not like
in general.
you can speak in general for men. Not you. Of
Yeah.
course,
So basically, like I said, if a man waits that long, maybe it's financially he's not stable. Number two, maybe he's picky.
mhm.
Some men can be very picky,
Someone has a
right?
question already for us on WhatsApp.
Okay. So some men can be very picky. They are
Mm,
looking for this perfect woman that they will never find. You get
mhm.
me?
Or a
And they
man,
will see
yeah,
one person and then they was like, okay, no, this is the problem. I want this person. Everyone has a flaw
yeah.
or flaws. So some men will be so picky. And what's the word? What do you think? It has to be a here. Um,
I hear.
not conceited, not but basically someone who's choosy, like very selective to like,
Selective type of person.
yeah,
Nothing seems to
someone
fit
with probably
for
like
them.
a disorder like OCD, like I mean not yeah, but
Yeah,
someone who is very choosy and
particular.
picky and certain things that they are supposed to overlook, they make it
Selective.
like a big deal. Yeah,
You just said
and
they're narcissists. What?
Narcissist.
you just that's the new word for our African women. All Ghanaian men are narcissistic. You know, use you. So yeah, like I said, financial problems, or the man is
Okay.
picky,
Okay.
or he's a womanizer.
Okay. Oh, let me reframe the question.
Okay.
Let me rephrase it because you've said that.
Oh, are you saying what am I supposed to be like? What am I looking for at that time? At that point?
Yes, what are we looking for? Some people are still looking at beauty, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, there's certain things that not bring food to the table, which you said if you're not able to perform and somebody comes and perform, you're okay with it. I'm sure Anaya has comments on that, you know. But what are we really looking for? Because it seems like there are some men. I mean, a hardworking woman is not enough for them. A beautiful woman with a beautiful face is not enough for them. Woman with a big behind and big chest is not enough for them. What are they really? What do men really want?
What do we want? I mean, it varies. It depends on the person.
Tell us.
At this point in my life, this is where I have reached. I don't look at beauty. I look at before I was going for what I wanted. Now it's more about what I need. You understand what is important. What that the journey that I am deciding to embark on. These are the things that, or this is the type of person that you need to help you to navigate. So you definitely need someone who is patient, who is understanding, and when you get all these, I mean, the attraction has to be there. And definitely, if you like a big behind, you can look for a woman who has a big behind and still have those things that you need in a partner. You understand? So at this point, when you are 40, you've already had all the women, the ones with the pretty face, the big nas,
Exactly.
the all of them.
Yes.
So at this point in your life, if you don't know what you want, then it's like you're just not mature. That's what I can say. So, like I said, before I mean, we've had conversations, both of y'all. I picked things, but now I've realized that you have to look at the bigger picture. Everyone has issues, and I got mine. But one thing about women is that women tend to not call out faults. not point out things, you know, and that makes we, the men, think that we are perfect. You get me? So I'm at a point in my life that I am looking for a woman that I need. I have my own personal goals that I need a woman who understand me and want to work on that. I need a woman who's patient because my personality, based on how I was nurtured, it wasn't the best. So you need a woman who understands and is patient and is willing to help you, mold you, and all that, right? And one thing is that I am a creative person. So if you really understand, like creative people are very disorganized, not all of them. So when you are looking for a woman, you need a woman who is very organized and will take control of things and make sure that they position things how they're supposed to be. So these are you have to understand yourself and look for the woman who will be compatible or will match your character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nanaya, go ahead.
Yeah, makes sense. Someone who will compliment you.
Yeah, that's it.
They usually say that, you know, opposite attract for a reason. But
Yeah.
when we are looking for partners, sometimes we tend to go for the same people as us. And if you're the same, you're going to clash.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
you're going
That's
to
it.
clash because nobody's bringing in any different ideas. You think the same, you reason the same, everything is the same. You don't need that. You need somebody that will basically be the opposite of you, where you are weak, the other person is strong, right?
Yeah.
But what I want us to, because this is basically an education for those who are embarking on the journey of, you know, to get married, to like have an understanding of exactly what marriage should be, right? We know what it is or what we have presume it to be, you know, but I think that we're getting it wrong, right? We're defining it wrong and we are perceiving it wrong. Therefore, we are going in it with the wrong mentality, right? So we're waiting at, you know, let's say for a guy, you're waiting to be ready, right? To be ready for marriage. And then a lot of times we're not even thinking about ready as in maturity, ready as in mindset, ready as in emotionally. You know, we're thinking more of, I want to be ready financially, right? That's what we base a lot of it on. I want to be ready financially, because you're going in it thinking that you're going to be responsible for this person, right? And then if you all decide to have a family, then you're responsible for the children, right? But I want us to think about it as a partnership. I want you to think about it as, you know, you getting someone to help you, right? We're all believers here. We're all Christians here, right? God made women as your helper, not your servant, not your housekeeper, as your helper. So do you go to someone who is not knowledgeable when you need help? Do you go to someone who you know that will have that resource to help you, right? Someone who is has like, I wouldn't really say education, because sometimes education doesn't teach you everything. But do you go to someone you know that have the resources and the knowledge and the wisdom that will be able to help you with that thing? That's what you do, right? When you need help. So let's start looking at it as your partner. You know, when God says that, when the Bible says that women are your helpmate, look at it as someone where, you know, when you are in a situation that you cannot answer everything, you cannot do it all by yourself, this is the person that will step in to help you, right? So that means that if you are starting life and you know that you want a partner, you're not looking at it as someone that I'm going to take care of. You're not looking at it as a burden, right? But look at it as someone that's going to bring basically something to your life. I'm trying to find the right word.
Yeah,
Someone who is
someone
going
that
to
is
be a
coming
good
together with you to be able
influence.
to fulfill something. Yeah, to get a goal.
For
Like,
somebody that's going to be able to fulfill, you know, the goals that you guys are you have together. Someone who's going to be a companion, someone who's going to be a support, someone who's going to be a positive influence in your life. So then you look at it and you see, you know, the Bible says that two is better than one, right? Two is better than one. So what one person cannot do on for themselves, right? Maybe if you have that partner will be able to help you. If you want to achieve this goal, you want to become the president of a nation, but you feel like, you know, what you have right now, you're not going to be able to achieve that, you know, maybe, and of course I'm exaggerating, but maybe this partner will be the person that's going to help you take you there, right? But in the meantime, you're sitting there thinking that I'm not ready because I don't have enough money to be able to marry. I think that we need to get out of that mentality, right? Get out of that mentality that you're taking on a burden instead of actually you're taking on a blessing. You're taking on the favor that the word of God says that, you know, when a man finds a woman, you find favor. You know, we're overlooking all these blessings and the favor that is in marriage because we're so focused on what is really not, you know, or what it shouldn't be.
yeah.
You know, it should be a beautiful thing. It should be a covenant of two people living to make life better for yourselves as well as for your families, right? So that's what I wanted to add because I feel like we focus so much on the negatives and
I mean,
it's overshadowing a lot of, you know, the good aspect of marriage.
aspect of it. It's so true. But then Nana said something when he was speaking earlier that that is the place we've always found ourselves. That's how we were raised, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
redoing things back and doing it right. Because Nana, all of us here, I don't think that any one of us will want our children to go out there, get married, and then they are seen as, or they will feel as though they are slaves to where they are working. Because remember, back then, our mothers did all the dirty jobs. I mean, they all the suffering were on our mothers, right? And then the fathers were known to go to the farm, go to work, bring in the money because he's bringing in, you know, the money. But then the mom took upon everything. But one thing that I believe that we don't really look so much into is it's really hard to be a mom. When people say, oh, she's a stay-home mom, she's not doing anything, it's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work. And I don't think that we look at that whole picture. Most of the times, okay, I'm making the money, you're cleaning, you're taking care of the kids, you're doing this, you are planning, like Nana said, you know, you are planning. Everything else is on the woman. But now we find that when the man comes in the house and even help with the little choices, the little things at home, it takes off some of the burden that is on the women. So I am hoping and praying that my children would not go into a marriage or relationship where they feel like they're being used. Because I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I've been there, you know. And some of us, and it's not every woman that really goes into these relationships just so for the purpose of what they can get. Some people are genuinely good, you know, they will do all of their best, and still their best is not enough. By the time you realize they're being cheated on and all of that. So I to Nanaya's point, I think we need to start rethinking, and I'm glad we're having this conversation, talking about these more to make so that they can understand that it's not a burden that we are taking on, but rather we are coming in this. We are coming together to fulfill one goal. So then that leads me to a question, and I don't, Nanajibi, you want to talk? Because I was going to say that
Um,
that. Go ahead. Somebody had a question on on WhatsApp.
No, you
But
go ahead since you're on the floor. Go.
okay. He's saying that he said, good evening, I'm sorry, I was trying to get WhatsApp. Good evening, everybody. So can Nana Jabi tells us though beauty. He's saying that if you want beauty, you should go for it. Some of us went for beauty and it did not help. But I want to ask this question. He's saying that is it true that most of the times we hear women say we always leave them after we've used them and gone for the virgins or what we call house or home material? So Nana, is it true that men necessarily, I guess this is what he's trying to say. You know how people would generally say when men will use so many different women, but then in the end they'll go for a virgin to marry the virgin, or they'll leave the women out there that they've been with and then go for someone whom they seem to be a virgin or someone whom they think this one it's a home material. You've heard of that saying before, right?
Yeah.
He's
So
saying that he's saying that is it true? I wish you send in another comment. Like, is it true? Is there a particular reason why you're asking? But I'm not be answer him and let's see. Do
this
you
is the
guys do
thing.
men use the women for the virgins and the home materials after they've used other women?
I don't think that was the initial intention to come in and use you,
You.
but you were selling something, right? Think about it.
Selling what?
You were
Selling something. Somebody
every
came and
woman,
bought.
Selling watching.
you know. So this is what women need to understand. A level-headed man, when he sees a beautiful woman and that woman is attractive, the side of him that is into pretty women will go and hopefully, no, that's the beauty will attract him. He will now go in after getting what he wants. If there's no substance, he will leave. So I made a video today and I said, if a guy, we have to, some of the blame, we have to give most of the blame to the women, because you cannot sell tomatoes and you want to get the price of pepper or you get what I mean. Basically what you are selling, you sold your body, like you are on a platform talking all nasty seductively and a guy got attracted, right? Or you have a picture or a video on TikTok and he fell for that picture, that image. That's what drew him in, right? He came in for that, got a taste of it, but then that alone cannot keep a man. So that is the easiest way to draw the man in. But you have to understand that, like I said, before a man have sex with you, he's blind. The moment after he's have sex with you, now his eyes are open. So after he's had sex with you, he's looking to see substance. If there's no substance, guess what he will do? He will now go after a woman that he feels has a substance, and a woman that
identify the substances before going to sleep with them.
That's what I'm saying, that every man, even a level-headed man, whoever, I mean, Bill Clinton, for him to become a president, that means he was a level-headed man, right? But what was he doing under the table? I mean, he wasn't under the table, but somebody else was. You get me? So every man has that side of him that you can easily grab him, like pull him to you. But what is going to keep him is the substance. You get me? So we have some men, they don't care. They love women who are like that and they keep them. Some other men, they love those women, but they also want to have a woman like that who they can have conversations with. You understand? And some of these women you cannot sit to have a conversation with. Me personally, the type of shows you even watch will be a turnoff. You get me? Like, I want to be able to have conversation with you on every level. We can come down and have conversation on nothing that makes sense. And you have to be able to have a conversation on a different level. like on the channel. So it is not all about beauty. So most women will, with the beauty, who use the beauty as a what do you call it, as a tactic to get men. You will get them because every man, regardless of the level he's at, they love beautiful things. So they will definitely come in. After they come in and they get some of the beauty, now what is going to keep him? So it is not a man's intention to use you and then go for wife material. But he saw your attraction, it attracted him. And after getting a taste of it, guess what? There was no substance to keep him. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If you are listening and you feel you have substance and you have beauty and he's still left for a wifey material, what you have to ask yourself is that woman that he left for, what is the wifey material that he's talking about? What is, you get me?
Yeah,
so for example,
go ahead.
For example, I might see a woman on TikTok and they'll be like, okay, oh man, I want some of that, right? She's beautiful, whatever, right? And I come in and I go for that. Then I see that you are still exposing so much on TikTok. You still showing cleavages. You still showing your ass. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not being judgmental, but I feel like there are some poses and the way some women portray themselves online. If you're a married woman, you should not be doing that. Because who are you doing that for? You are not in the mirror. I'm not, see, it may sound like I'm trying to tell you guys what to do, but this is the problem. If you want to do that, then don't be upset when men or the man you are with reacts in a certain way. This is how we think. This is how you got me with your cleavage showing. That's how you got me, right? Now I'm in your life and you are still putting that image out there. You are still out there.
Yeah.
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 It's like you saying that, if you're selling something and I buy it, don't expect anything. If I was selling my cleavage,
are you still selling?
And you bought my
yeah, but you're still not selling, Nana, because
are you still selling?
Yeah, but this is what the person is.
But at that point, you found me. If you were selling just to sell, and then I've bought it right now, I've bought it. So what is there to sell again?
No, it's like
Nana, look.
You are selling something on social media. You are posting your pictures. You're definitely maybe looking for
that's
one.
That's how the person.
I get it.
is.
Yes, but that was when you were selling, though. Now you are no longer selling because you have somebody in your life.
Okay, Nana.
How is she still selling when she's found someone?
But this is what attracted you. So if I stop doing that thing that attracted you,
so that means that you're not satisfied with who you are.
I'm home with you.
What are you selling again?
I'm home with you. I'm around you all the time. Why are you putting it on social media? Why? Who are you showing it to? So that means
that you shouldn't have gone into that.
Okay, so I understand you, and if I'm standing on the other side and a man is upset and complaining that change, then I'll be like, my guy, that's what you went in for, right? But this is the case, the woman is the one worried, crying that he left. And I'm telling you why he left.
But why did you leave? That's what I'm saying. Why did you leave? You came in.
No. It is your choice to keep selling, and it is my choice to say that I don't want to buy anymore.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So at that point, you don't have the right to come and say, I've used you and I've left you.
Listen, one of the mistakes that we make is thinking that we can change people. Okay. You can't. If the person is an avocado, when you marry them, don't try to make them a mango. They're still going to be avocado. Whatever they presented themselves as is what they're going to be. But you think that because you are who you are and you feel like you can go in and change this person, you can't. You can't change people.
So now let me ask you, before you got married and after you got married, have you changed anything about yourself on how you portray yourself or how you carry yourself or maybe some of the things? I mean, I've always known you to dress nicely,
Yeah.
but has anything changed?
At all?
Personally, because I'm a sensible person, you know.
So
I know that,
They're
but I'm
not,
saying,
they're not sensible.
if this person, if somebody's over there putting their cleavage and their stuff on display, that person is not sensible, right? That person is not sensible. It's something they're presenting something, right? Because they want somebody to come for that thing, right? So if you come for it, it doesn't mean that the thing is not going to be presented anymore. It's still going to be presented. You know, just don't try to change anyone. If you go into somebody's life thinking that you can make them something else, you are making a mistake.
So this is the thing.
Make it clear. This is the thing. If you just went in for whatever they're selling, then don't go and propose like a relationship. You know what I mean? I came here because I saw this thing and I wanted, so I'm just here for like
so I got it and I'm out.
I have a question. So Nanaya, is it also to say that, let's say you've gone out there and you found a prostitute? What?
A female or a male one?
Either one.
And you decide to make them your own. Okay? You decide to make them your own either way. You mean to tell me that they shouldn't stop the prostitution? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is, if this person thinks that
now you best wait. I just know for this one, I want a no. Now for this one, I just want a yes or no. For this one.
No, I mean it's not a straightforward.
This is not me changing them.
If the person feels like they want to stop because they're married, that's on them. But if they feel like this is a lucrative business, it's making me money. When you came, I was doing this job, so I'm still gonna do the job, sir. If you don't want, you go.
Yeah. So right now, the point that we are discussing right now, the question that came is coming from a woman who's complaining about men leaving for material wives. I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So why did the man go in the first place, knowing that he's not married material person?
No, but this is the thing, though. This is the thing. When women are single, right, it is normal for a woman to dress a certain type of way. After she gets married, she carries herself in a different way. So maybe the guy is thinking that she's single. That's why she's out there like that. But after you put a ring on it,
you just married them. You didn't get to know them. You just went and married them.
But no. So do you think that I'm gonna come and say, after we get married, you need to change the way you dress? And like, come on.
I didn't think.
Is this a conversation that we should have?
Why won't you? If this is somebody that you want to marry and you know that this person is one way, you're going to marry them and then try to tell them to be something different.
But we just said that you can't change anybody, right?
That's what I'm saying.
If they are set in their ways, and
that's why you have the conversation before you get married. Have the conversation and see if that's the main reason why you get to know someone before you marry them. Okay,
but here's
people.
So here's the thing, though. When a man is looking for a wife, right? He's also looking for someone to choose more before they get married. So, look.
Why are they chewing sticks or chewing gum?
No, this is chewing gum. This is chewing. So one thing a woman has to understand is that men, we can be. Just think about do you know how many men have sex in their offices? Like big men in higher office, they can turn the switch and then just have sex. So that should tell you that a man can come in your life and he came in to keep you, but because of how you do your things, they just have sex with you and bounce. They may not even go to the level of even telling you to change. They will just have conversations with you and realize that, okay, for example, I met you on a platform where they talk about sex, right? And, on TikTok and all that. And I've met you and we are talking and we've been in, we are moving forward in a relationship. But you still go on that platform. You still making the remarks, the same statements that got me. You're still out there. So that means you're still selling it. You're still out there. You get me? So I understand. Everyone has the right to change when they want to change. You can't force people to change, right? But you can't eat your cake and have it. When you stick to who you are, the person also has the right to walk out. So men yet stuck in your ways, and I mean this is a response to the person who sent the question. So what I would say is that if one guy leaves your life after being with you and then, made a comment like he's going for a wifey material and all that, try and find out, what is he talking about? A wifey material? What is it? Who is a wifey material? To me, I like women who are classy. And, that's one thing. That's one of the no. If I need 5 yards in the wifey material, that's like 4.5. You get me? Classy and can know how to comport themselves. That's what gets me. You get me? So you need to find out what the guy is talking about wifey material. Because to be honest, Nana, some women want to carry themselves out there anyhow, but still expecting to keep a man. Like, you may keep a man, but guess what? That man may not be the type that you want. Every type of woman has her type of man. But you may not. You see the way you are carrying yourself, wearing short stuff, being, promiscuous and all that. There's a guy who loves it. There's a guy who is even dating a prostitute, right?
Exactly.
But guess what? That prostitute is looking for a man who is maybe the corporate, the office. No, what do you mean do a cake and still, you can't do that.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's what I have to say. Like, we like to, some men don't even like to have sex with their wives in a certain way because they think that's their wife. That's a wife. You understand? So if you meet a guy and you are doing all kinds of crazy stuff with them in bed, you know what they start to think? Hey, how many sex did you have to learn all these skills? Yeah.
People think that.
So, that's just how men are.
Crazy person, and you should not be married to them.
Yeah.
This is a good conversation. I'm loving it. Oh, you want to read a comment? I can post it that you read it. But I'm loving the conversation tonight. I think it's interesting. Wow. So if you are going in for it, chances are, be careful what you're going in for, because chances are they're not going to change for you. Okay.
Nana, quick one. I read the question. Let me answer real quick. She said that marriage material is not about clothes. It's about values, respect, and love. Let me tell you something. A man can have a very disrespectful wife at home, right? But the way the woman carries herself out there and the respect the woman gets, it is satisfying to him. So you may have all the values, right? And everything. But because you put yourself out there like that, and people are having conversations like, hey, Oba, look at how she's dressing. Some men cannot put up with it. However your attitude, your character is at home, he may be able to deal with it. But how you put yourself out there and people judge you, and you are a reflection or you are an extension of him, he may not like it. So to be honest, it's not like anybody wants to control how you dress and all that. If your man is cool with it, keep doing it. But if you are with a guy who feels like Why are you showing so much? Why now? No, Nana, I don't know if you're on TikTok, but if you come close to the, Ghana format, it's like they dance out and they turn their ass. Every dance, they turn their ass to show on TikTok. I don't mean, besides say,
Can you say
why?
some? Because
Come
I'm on
again?
TikTok. Say some of them.
But you don't dance on TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. Say some, because not all of us come
No,
there.
I'm talking about the ones who are dancing, right?
Oh, okay.
They will dance
Like,
and
is it just, do they appear on people's show dancing, or they just go
no,
live?
they shoot their own short video
Oh, okay.
and post. And they will be dancing,
And they
and
are
they,
selling something.
They are
So
selling
if you
something.
come and you
they're
buy,
selling. They're selling. They're selling. They're selling. They're selling. But I mean,
come and
I
you
normally
buy,
don't.
then,
I don't shop. I never shop from that. Yeah.
Yeah. At least,
that's not where you do your
at
shopping.
least you know where not to go. So
I know where not to go. I mean, the way that I was saying, life is simple. You can't change people. So just that's it.
This week, was it this week or last week? Maybe this week. Something they interviewed Halle Berry's ex-husband.
Yeah, I saw an excerpt of it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So they interviewed him, and he was basically discussing the reason why he basically asked for divorce when they were married back in like 19 something. Okay.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, he's a Southern guy. And to him, marriage, like he saw marriage or a wife as someone who was like homely, who cooked, who cleaned, who had like motherly, But then as he was living with her, he didn't see that. He didn't see that. So then he decided that, okay, maybe this is not for me, and decided to divorce. Okay. So she clapped back. And I think it was on her birthday. She did. She clapped back on her birthday. She posted a picture with her new man. Okay. And she said, been cleaning and cooking and mothering at the same time. Which she is. She's a mother.
But
she has
but
a
the
new
thing
man.
is, does she have a ring on it? Does she have a ring on it?
Listen though, when they interviewed, when they interviewed them before this whole thing came out, right? The guy said, I'm just waiting on her. I've been asking and she's been delaying, so I'm waiting on her. So basically, it's not because it's not because she has not been proposed to, it's because she doesn't want it at this time. Okay, and he said, I'm patient, I'm waiting on her. Okay. So people have been commenting and people have been like kind of discussing it. And I thought it was funny. Somebody said, if I look like Halle Berry, right, I will not be cooking or cleaning either. If you got all this is all you get. Because
a woman said that, right? A woman said that, right?
I'm sure it's a woman.
A woman said that, but it's a married woman, but she's a comedian. She was joking.
Okay.
Right? Okay. She was joking. But I thought it was very funny, that they dated. Right? So I'm like, why you were dating? What was the conversation like? Did y'all never got into a situation where she had to cook or clean and she was like, I'm not doing it, or that's not me? Like to the point where you're married for did it even last a year? I don't know. I don't want to.
And guess what? I heard him say that she asked him to marry her, right?
He said that, right? But the thing is,
and I guess this new guy is also waiting for her to say that.
This new guy apparently he's asked for them to get married, but she said she's not. I think she's been married a few times, and it's probably traumatized her.
Just taking a break.
Feels like maybe this is a good thing that she doesn't want to put a marriage title on it in case it goes wrong, because she's married probably like what?
Yeah.
What I can remember.
No,
I
no,
can,
no,
I can
no.
think of
If you can
3.
count 3, she shouldn't be traumatized.
I can count 3. Okay, that I
Then
know
she
of.
shouldn't be traumatized.
Who knows? After Eric Benet, she came on Oprah and said that she's never getting married again. That was after her second one. And then she
Okay.
did it the third time, and that's the person that she had children with.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And then that ended in
Okay.
divorce. So I don't know if she's going back on that. But that just go with to say that. Please, before you say I do, know the person that you're marrying. Don't rush. Don't let infatuation take you to places that you're not ready to go. Right? If this person is dancing on TikTok and that attracted you, and you started like whining and dining them and doing this and doing that and just having the life, and then you decided that I want to get married, and you got married, but then you're seeing the true color of this person. An elder of mine, may God rest his soul, said, they said love is blind. Love is not blind. When you are dating, open your eyes and look at every single little detail. When you're married, close those eyes. Close the eyes. The time you should have your eyes open is the dating stage.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Not when you're married. Because when you're married, now you're in a covenant. You know, I won't say it's too late because you have your right to divorce. But that's not the time to try to be getting to know somebody
Everything.
after you're married.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Whew.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, thank you for joining. Mr. Edu is joining from Germany. He says that if you're single, behave like a single person. If you're married, behave like a married person.
That's it.
Married person. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Well, to everybody who tuned in tonight, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
But before you start, let me say something real quick.
Oh, okay.
Do you know women are in control of marriage and relationships? Because regardless of how much I love you, how much I propose, if you don't say yes, we can't proceed, right?
Mhm.
So I believe it is your mandate or your job to make sure that this person who is proposing to be with you is okay with your character and how you do your things. Because think about it. I know some women leave marriages and they are positioned well, so they don't really get the effect like other women. But when you have kids and stuff, and the father is not there, and everything is on you, it's like the breakup. You get the short end of the stick, right? So you have to really make sure that the person who's coming into your life truly understand who you are and is ready to deal with it. If he's not, then don't let him in. Or because no matter how I say I want to marry you or how I want to be with you, one can't. Yes, sir. We don't move forward. So mona power nikutamo. Yeah.
Okay, I have a comment on WhatsApp. It says that, Lady Mary, can you ask them for me? Should a man leave you after having a baby with you just by making flimsy excuses? Um, this is a man that, oops, sorry, the messages are coming in, trying to project them on my laptop. Okay, this is a man that claimed or professed love to me so many times, but when pregnancy came, he made it as if he had never proposed to me or shown any interest in wanting to marry me. Can you ask them, how do you treat men like that? How do you handle men like that or treat men like that?
You let
Anaya,
them
you want
go.
to come? You let them go?
You let them go. They were not interested in the first place. They were there for one thing and one thing only, and they got it, and now they're done.
You were selling and they came to buy.
Or maybe you
Yeah.
weren't even selling. They just saw you, and because you don't have to sell to be attractive. Like Chief said, sometimes just being that classy person can also be attractive to
Yeah,
a woman,
that's also
Yeah.
selling. That's what you're
right?
selling. Yeah.
You're selling
So
your
Yeah.
classiness.
I
Yeah.
want to say this. I believe that so often we blame we as women blame.
Madam Host, you know, go ask me the question. The person asked this question now,
I'm
so Nana
coming.
has responded.
I'm
I have to
coming.
give mine.
I'm coming. I feel that so often women blame men, like the way somebody said, you take advantage of me and you leave me to go and marry somebody else. Someone brought a comment on WhatsApp and says that we don't take advantage of you. When two grown people decide to have sex, it's two people that does it. Why do you women always like to say he took advantage of me, when in fact we both enjoyed ourselves? Well, I almost missed that comment. Thank you so much. But I think that is too. We always blame the men, though. I always say I don't think that these men come to our home, tie you up, and take you to their house to perform or do whatever it is. It always takes the two of you. So I wish that when it comes, we would also learn to accept where we went wrong, where we
Take
faltered.
responsibility.
Yes, take responsibility rather than trying to blame the men, like you did this to me, you did this to me, you did this to me. When in fact, you're not really telling us what you did also. But Nana Jabi, please come in.
Okay. All right. I was about to make a funny joke, but it wouldn't have been appropriate.
I want to hear it.
All right.
What is it?
Since
No,
it's about
don't say
pregnancy, I'm
exactly
coming
the
in protected,
appropriate.
okay?
Oh, okay.
So, you see, when people come with questions like that, they don't tell us the whole story, the circumstances on how, you got pregnant for someone and then the person just left. Trust is key. So if someone put their trust in you, they let you know that maybe they are not ready to have a child, right? And you feel like at a point in your life, you want to have a child. And you find ways to go about it that way. Maybe you tell them a lie that you're okay, you are safe or whatever, right? And you get pregnant and then later on say that you didn't know you were. This is going to make it, because everyone has a plan for their lives, right? Some men wait for a long time because maybe they had to deal with step parents. So they want to make sure that all their children come from, one person. So they want to make sure that they are ready before they even go into anything, right? But some women have their own plans. They are at a point in their lives, which I don't blame them. If you are with a guy and you are ready to get married and he's not ready to get married, you don't ask him to go marry you. You ask him what's the way forward. And if he doesn't give you a good answer, you exit, right? Don't find ways to get pregnant and to trap him. We have some men that when it comes to, they will not be able to trust you again. Because that same mindset that you use to trap him down the relationship, there are many things that will come up that he will have a conversation with you about something that you don't agree. And instead of sitting down and talking about it and accepting that, okay, we cannot do this at this point, maybe we have to wait 2-3 years later, you find another way, right? For example, let's get a new car. No, we can't get a car right now. Then guess what? You go and find a mechanic to go and mess up the car just to get the new, So yeah, women, you know how crafty you guys are. But I mean, no, to be honest, you guys, God gave y'all the wisdom. We are one dimensional. You guys, we should call y'all Morpheus. You can morph into so many characters. So, yeah, so my whole point is that what transpired
before,
if this is the problem, if he decides not to take care of the child, that one has nothing to do with the relationship, then he's irresponsible and we should hold him accountable. But as far as getting pregnant and you want him, was he ready to get married? No. Did he want a baby? Maybe no. So how did the pregnancy come? And some may say that if you're not ready to have a child, don't insert. But guess what? I will leave you out with this. It's my body. Come on, ladies. It's your body and what?
Oh, it's my body. What do you mean? Like it's my body and I can do what I want with it?
Thank you.
Oh.
So when you get pregnant, I can't tell you to abort it, right? When you don't want to have a baby, I can't tell you to have a baby. So you can never then come back and say that, oh, he had a baby, he got me pregnant. No, you had a choice. It's a choice that you made. And having a baby and getting married are two different things.
Different things,
They
yeah.
are mutually exclusive. And that is what we need to understand about these type of, things. So I hope the person who sent the question, they understood my point.
Thank you so much. Nanaya, for women at the age of 40, should our likes, our desires, our wants be similar to the men?
To the man?
Yeah. Like with the things that Nana JB said, that your desires are different. Your thoughts process, you're thinking about how to make things better, life comfortable for you and your family. So you're not looking to rush into marriage or date. Maybe that's why it would take a while for a man to. Do you think that should be the same for women?
I think so. I think the advantage that women has the disadvantage actually, that sometimes it makes it seem
Biological
that we
clock.
have to rush is the biological clock. But, I don't know how, if our people are ready, but there are ways, there are ways to slow that biological clock or be able to not be in a rush if you are well to do and you can afford it.
If you are well to do. Yeah.
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 It's very expensive, but
Yeah.
that's a process. But let's say you don't have that option, right? And you would like to be a mother, right? And you are 40. The thing is, there have been people who are in their 50s that have gotten pregnant naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't think that you should let the biological clock rush you into making a mistake, right? Because like Nana Jabi was saying, I think the worst mistake a woman can make is to trap a man.
Yeah,
that's the worst mistake you can make.
They're trying to hit you and hit that child.
You're taking on a burden.
Yeah.
Right? If you cannot sustain yourself by yourself, do you think that you can sustain yourself plus a child? Because in America, you can get child support. But again, child support is not going to be able to do everything for that child. You still have to show up as a parent, right? And being in a double parent home is still difficult to raise children and hope that they turn out as good citizens, okay? So I have a whole lot of respect for single mothers, single fathers who are doing this by themselves. It's a tough job to take on. So if you think that getting pregnant by someone to keep them, especially getting pregnant by a man to keep them, your child is not going to keep that man. It's not. Yeah. So don't make that mistake to try to trap someone. Yeah. But back to the question. I think that, yes, what you should be looking for at age 40, men or women, it should be the same. But like I said, don't let the financial aspects hold you back, right? So you're a woman, or even like a career hold you back because you're a woman and you're thinking that I want to achieve this goal. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. whatever you can. Marriage will not restrict you from achieving your
There has
goal.
to be a balance. Yeah, it can always be a
Nana,
balance.
It will
oh yeah,
not.
sure.
It will not, Chief. It will not. Sometimes, if you have, let me say this:
I think
if
it's
you have the
achievable.
right partner,
Yeah,
That's it.
that's
if
it.
you
Yeah.
have the right, but that you should go into marriage with the right
But
partner.
but Nana,
But
this
then
is the
what's the
question though.
percentage?
This is the thing. You guys don't propose.
We
We
don't, but
propose to
we can, like
y'all.
you said, but we can say yes.
That's it. So if the right person who is ready to help you chase your goals doesn't come your way, how do you say, like, how do you pick the right one?
You said change your goals. Doesn't come your way.
No,
Set it up.
help you chase your, like, achieve your goals.
If
So
the right
you
person doesn't come,
doesn't come your
like,
way
what do you
as
mean
a woman,
doesn't
then what do you
come
do?
though? Like you shouldn't just be set to one person. Okay. You should, that's why I am an advocate for dating and dating around. I'm not saying sleeping around. Don't nobody mistake that. When I say dating, I'm not saying sleeping around. I mean talking to people, going getting to know different people.
Nanaya, hold
Okay?
up, hold your thoughts. Nanaya, hold your thoughts. Question on WhatsApp. 2 questions. It says, is Nanaya trying to say that is Nanaya given the idea that women, it's okay for women to date multiple men at the same time? One. The second question says,
I knew that would come.
the second question says, what advice would you all give to a man who claims when buying clothes or taking care of your child seems like it's too much of a thing to do when they tag it as too expensive of things to buy for children? Mind you, these are not toys or things that can easily be broken, but to be sure that my child is well taken care of. 2
We can
questions.
go back to the second question later because I don't think it's related. But to answer the question of if I'm advising you to date multiple men at the same time, let's define dating. Okay. Dating literally is that you are going out with someone to get to know them. You're not committed to this person. Okay. It's not a commitment.
Yeah.
And that's where the education comes in. So we all are clear. Okay. Yes, I think it's okay to date different people because you cannot put your eggs in one basket. Okay. If you are talking to this person and you get to the point where you feel that there's something there, maybe I want to commit and get to know this person,
Just
because
drop
I
the
feel
rest
like
of
there's
them.
something there. At that point, you all have the conversation that we are exclusive because we feel like there's something there and we want to, pursue to see what it can
Yeah.
turn into. At that point, no, you should not be dating anybody else. But if it just
But what
me up,
excuse
go
what
to a
excuse
movie,
do
let's
you
talk.
what excuse do you give to the other guys then? That it just can't work out? Or you still continue
It's not an excuse. It's the fact. It's not an excuse though. You're telling this person that okay, I think that this person and I have something
Okay.
more. So at this point, I don't want to pursue. The hard conversation that you don't want to have will come out and haunt you later, where somebody's gonna step up and say, "That's my girlfriend." No, that's my girlfriend. Have the conversation to say, "Sir, at this level, we've gone out once, we've gone out twice, we've gone out 3 times. We're not in a committed relationship. And we are making mistakes, like just defining things incorrectly." Okay. If I go to a movie with you 1, go to a dinner with you 2 times, it doesn't mean that we are in a committed relationship. And if you are going to be in a committed relationship, have that conversation that we are in a committed relationship. So I'm not confused and still dating somebody else, but you in your mind thinks that we are in a committed relationship. Okay. Speak. We are all human. Like nobody is going to come out and threaten you for being honest. Be honest in what you are doing and what you want, right? That's how you can pick. You can weed out the people that you're not compatible with, the people that have the characters that you cannot accept in a partner. But if you put all your eggs in one basket and you focus on dating this person, and you've dated this person for 10 years, and then you find out that they didn't even want to get married in the first place, but then you never gave anybody else an opportunity. You know, then what?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But the problem is your people, not all of them, but majority of them, they can't control their feelings. So they go into and they'll say, I'm just speaking reality. Some of them go in, they are looking for a partner, but at the same time, they're looking for someone to help them add money to their money so they can pay their rent. And these men will not give out free money. You understand? So the women who can do what you're saying, there are very few, right? Yeah. But majority of them, the first thing on their mind,
you get what you get, and then don't complain.
You get me? That's it. That's it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining in.
The second question.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go back to that. But can I just give a few shout outs? So we have like 5 minutes, please. I'm sorry, Nana.
All right.
Thank you to everyone that joined. Eunice Obey, thank you for tuning in all the way from Kumasi. Oboase is in the house. Musa Bakai, thank you so much. Gladys Amponsan, Virginia. The Virginians are in the house tonight. Thank you so much. Tales of Life. Thank you. Paulina Lawrence, thank you for tuning in. Chris Washington, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you. He says Henry Echampon is watching us live. You appreciated Daniel Ado Daddy. Thank you for joining. Lorenzo the Great is joining us all the way from Westland Boulevard. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you. If you just joined us, we are discussing relationships, and we are looking at being 40 and single, and we touched on what women and men should really be looking out for at this age, whether you're 30, from 30 onwards, our realities, our perceptions, and what we are looking for in to go into relationships should definitely be good things, and not the six packs and outing and taking me here and there. But Nana Jabi, you want to touch on the second question? Go ahead.
Can you read the question real quick?
It's saying that what would we advise a man who tags everything as expensive when you think you are taking care of your child, like you are dressing them up, trying to keep up your child to make your child look nice, but they make it seem like it's expensive. Mind you, these are not like toys or things that can easily be broken, but you just want your child to look good. What advice would we have for her?
All right. So we have needs and we have wants. Every child needs clothing, but there's excess. Some women like to dress their children to the next level, or to, I feel like a baby shouldn't have more than 5 pairs of, unless you can afford, right? If you can afford, you can buy 50. That one day, yeah. But think about it; they grow fast.
Or if someone is gifting you, if someone is
if someone is gifting you, that's fine. Yeah. If someone is gifting you, that's fine. But clothing and all those things are things that they grow out of real quick, right? So I don't think you should invest so much, because there's more ahead when the child starts school and all that, right? And one thing that I would tell women is that if you are a single parent, you should raise your child according to what you can afford. You can afford. Even though the other parent is bringing in money, right? You should make sure that the budget is set to what you can afford, because anything can happen. He can turn out to be a deadbeat dad, or he can just lose his life or whatever. So you don't want to set the standard to the point where now you are getting all these clothing and all these things that it is not so necessary. Then all of a sudden the guy is not there and or decides not to give anymore. And you can't afford it. And you already set the ball rolling. You get me? So I think that I know you guys like to, you know, make your kids look like, what is it, Mickey Mouse or all kinds of characters. And but me Pacho Moon taking it slow, especially when the money is coming, the dad is putting the money, it's not easy. Because right now he's probably thinking about fees. He's probably thinking about fees, what's ahead, so you have to anticipate. Yeah.
Wow. Someone says, can you guys please bring on board people that can help us discuss child support? I think it's an interesting topic. Okay. Watching you guys live from Maryland.
Child support where? In Ghana or in abroad?
She says she's in Maryland. It says watching you guys
Oh,
live
okay,
from
okay.
We can.
Oh, child support, yeah, Charlie, just turn him in. Just turn him in.
Is it
unless
because
he's
it's
working,
Maryland or
unless he's working under the table. That one day you can't find him.
Did she have a specific question concerning child support?
I'm gonna text her when we are done so she
Yeah.
can send her stuff in. Thank you so much. We appreciate you all. Nana, it's been an amazing having you. As always, we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank
As
you.
that Nuba would say, Madam Asibebre. All right, guys.
We appreciate you all so much. Any final words, Nana Jabi?
Oh, as a woman,
Before then, Nana, yeah, I'm extending an unofficial invitation to you. Let's get ready for Nana Jabi's wedding soon. Nana, go ahead.
Well, I didn't even hear what you said because he
Oh,
has not invited me. So I didn't even hear
oh,
what you said.
no, don't worry. It will happen soon. It will happen soon. So, this is what I would like to say. I know Nana said that we shouldn't dwell so much on finances, like wanting to make all the money, but at least you should have the basic. Like, as a woman, you should have,
Yeah.
and to be honest, I think you should have a certain amount, maybe about 3 rents,
Be stable.
money in your account, savings, right?
Yeah.
Because there are so many women that want to leave now because it's so torturing, but they can't leave because where are they going? So, like Nana said, you don't have to earn the whole world or achieve all your goals before you go into marriage. As long as you have something to work with. When you come together as a companion, I believe God will then bless y'all. And as long as you are willing and ready to work, you make things work. So at least no woman should go into a marriage without having an occupation or a career. Madam Asibebre.
Nana, yeah.
So, I had a question. I know that you said we're ending, but I had a question last week, okay? When you were talking about
Nana, yeah, you mean me or Nana Jabi?
Nana Jebi. No,
I'm always the one that
last week
says
you
crazy
were
stuff,
talking
so
about,
I'm sure that, yeah.
yeah. I asked, I was thinking about it and I was like, this is so discouraging because it was like, okay, if you're 30 and you're in a situation right now and you're looking to get married, right? Like, what should you be looking for? And then you said, just be open up to the people with children, the people who are divorced. And I'm like, that's all they have left?
No, let me put it in context so you understand me. When you reach a certain age, right?
Yeah.
When you are a 30-year-old woman, definitely you go with a man who's 30, 31, 32, 33. Most women don't want to marry men that they're older than. How
Maybe
many of those?
29. They might be okay with 29 if you're 30.
Okay. how many 29-year-olds or 31 up to 35-year-olds would you meet that don't have kids?
There's some.
If you meet 10, the majority of that number will have a child.
You
Or
think
maybe
so?
they've been, yeah.
Like
If
maybe
they
6
don't,
out of the 10 will have children?
children, or they've been in a they've been divorced or something like. You
Really?
see, one thing is that, or or at that age, and they are still not married, they may not have the qualities that you are looking for.
Okay.
So
Fair.
yeah. So yeah, when it comes to the women, you see a woman who's 35, 30 something, and they've never been married before. Either they were chasing goals at school, or and so
Oh gosh. Okay,
that's
Chief.
just the reality. No, real talk. Shadio. Yeah, no. Yeah, around that age, right? I ain't worried. There's a question mark.
Umbuade. That's what you're telling us. There's
Subani,
nothing
like
wrong with you.
there's
That's what you're saying.
there's something.
Specifically.
There is
There's something.
something.
There's something that's keeping them, from not
You get me?
marrying.
So there's something. So with
Sorry.
the women, if you are a 35-year-old man or a 40-year-old man and you're looking for a woman to marry, what options in the either you go for someone who is way younger. Abroche, you will not get that, because Abroche, those kids, they have opportunities, they can work and make their own money. So why would they want to marry a man who is 10 years older than her when you don't bring twice as much as her? So it's Ghana where you find a 25-year-old. That 25-year-old is only accepting you because you are going to take care of her, right? So that's one option. Someone that you're way older than. A woman around your age, around that time, the probability of her having children is high, right? And then the next one is the two women. Either they were chasing career or they're chasing goals, or they knew who to be on a mature.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Okay. But I just want to give the singles out there, the over 30, over 40s, just give you a little bit of encouragement.
There's
Okay.
still room.
Because
There's
I
still
thought
room.
about it later. I was like, that's what they
Did you
got.
just say that?
Divorcees and people with
But-
children. They have.
But we had this conversation some time back. And you shut it out right away, like no. But after the old one say, I don't know.
It was
Okay.
7 days.
So what I'm saying is, I'll use someone that I know. I don't know.
You know personally.
I don't know personally. I follow her on Instagram. Okay.
Okay.
There's this lady. I think she goes by Jess Whitney. She's a Christian comedian. Okay. If y'all remember a while back, there was a lady that was on the Dear Wifey podcast, and she was being interviewed. And while she was about to say, God will never fail you. God is faithful. And her wig just kind of like slipped off.
I remember that lady. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Her.
she was like, oh my God. Okay, so her. Okay, she's about 35. And I would say maybe about a year or two ago, she just got married this year. And all this time she had been single. Okay, so her stuff was about Christians trying to like meet the right people. How difficult it was for Christian women, who don't want to be like out there, how difficult it was for them to meet the right person. Okay. And this guy that she's eventually married to.
So the Christians are looking for the righteous. Christians are supposed to look. Christians are supposed to look for the bad ones and change them. No, they are looking for the righteous. So why not?
Don't you all go change anybody? Do not listen to him.
They're supposed to change. I guess we're supposed to be winning souls.
What I say? Marry the bad one and bring him to church.
No, don't bring them to church. Let them come on their own. So this guy apparently had been in her DMs for the longest time, okay? And then she went, he kind of like asked her out, but then she went to his profile and looked at the profile and she was like, no, I don't think so. Okay. So for the longest time, this guy was trying to like find ways to kind of like get in her, basically to like get in front of her so she can like see him for herself. But because of his Instagram, he didn't present well on Instagram. Okay. So she was like, no. So he kind of like went around the way, tried to like go by a business. Like he said he had a business proposition or something to help her business. And so they ended up, meeting. And then when she saw him physically, like face to face, she was like, okay. So basically that led into them courting and now being married for like a few months now. Okay. The guy is about, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, he's older than her.
He got kids.
She's 35. He's about maybe 38-ish, if I'm remembering.
Does he have kids?
Correctly. But I know that he's older than her. No kids. He's a believer. He has his own business. Handsome guy. Okay.
What player are you?
And it could be.
So you're looking for the wifey material. Yeah.
It could be. It could be. But I said that to say that
There's still hope.
there's still hope. There's still
Oh,
hope.
no, that's hope.
I'm
That's hope.
saying that, if someone with a child come, it means that they're not good, don't go for them. No.
Mm-hmm.
All I've been preaching is get to know people, right? But I don't want people out there thinking that because I'm of a certain age, this is all I can get, right?
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm saying. There's hope. Don't be discouraged. Make yourself available. Go out, socialize, right? Like Mensa said a few weeks back, put yourself in places that the people that you're looking for hang out.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't be just cooked up in this church pew and just sit there, right? And wait. Put yourself out there. Make yourself presentable. Okay. I'm not saying go show your chest. No. Make yourself presentable, right? So when the right person that you are looking for sees you, they will feel more like be approachable so they can approach you.
Position yourself well like Zacchaeus.
Position yourself. Yes. Like Ruth also. Position yourself. Okay. And the right person will find you. But don't be discouraged thinking that you have to go for the bottom of the barrel because that's all that's left.
But who is the bottom of the barrel? Like, who's the bottom of the barrel?
Like crackheads. Like, oh no, I'm not in no way saying that maybe somebody's divorce is the bottom. No, because there are good people out there that are divorced. There are good people out there that have children. I'm not saying count those people out, but I don't want you to think that that's all you have. Right?
There's still hope. There's still hope. Anyways, thank you so much. Someone says
we used to have a dog called Hope back in the day.
A dog?
You had who?
A dog called Hope.
We used to have a dog called Hope. Yeah, a black shirt.
Okay.
So I'm trying to let you know that sometimes Hope will get you out.
Okay, family. Thank you so much for tuning in. Someone says, I wish you guys can find time and come back and discuss settling as a single parent when it comes to relationship. Well, thank you for that. We can look into it. Nana Jabi, thank you for coming. Nanaya, thank you. Thank you. Everyone that tuned in. Thank you so much, Lady B, Ernestina Kwache, Henry Champon. We appreciate you all. It's late, so for you to still stay on with us, we appreciate you, Nana. Thank you so much. We'll see you next Sunday.
Your life, your wahala, your breakthrough, welcome. Welcome to the chat room.
This no be ordinary place. Now a solution they show face. Lady Mary they lead the way. With guess where go blow your brain. Talk your matter make we solve them. No judgment, just love and wisdom. We they discuss, we they learn. Every episode you go feel the burn. Oh, the chat room. Now here we define the way. Oh, the chat room.
Oh yes.
We go talk and clear, no delay. Oh, it's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room.